Hi guys, welcome to GoMonkey Games channel, and today I'd like to introduce the farewell video of the entire channel. And yes, you heard me right, basically I'm leaving, and I'll tell you why in a few seconds, well maybe in a few minutes. But before that, let me introduce the very last kind sort of a present that I want to make for the community that supported me for this month and really helped me to develop myself, and basically in general all this YouTube and all this YouTube stuff basically helped me to turn from GoMonkey King into the real world freelancing web developer that is specialized in web script and if being specific. So now I have a full-time hourly paid job at Upwork, and I don't have either time or maybe some sort of inspiration as well to keep on going doing these videos and so on and so forth. And I'm not really sure that well, you know, like I need a time out basically. Okay, but before that, let me introduce you know, like kind of summary of the my entire hobby programming life path. Like, you know, like it's this program is a bit of a summary of everything as I did as a hobby programmer, like before I started to making money on this. And if you remember the bare minimum chess program that I have written in C and made also a YouTube tutorial on that you probably remember that, you know, like it was covered quite pretty nicely, so how the algorithms basically work and all this stuff. Okay, I just probably get made it soon. This version doesn't support castellanate and peasant captures as well as the original bare minimum chess program that was written in C, so well, actually you can cheat, you can move your piece wherever, and that's because I didn't really implement the move legality check in here. That's because, well, I wanted trying to keep this as simple as possible. Well, and probably, okay, let me just make some move here. Okay, so well, as you can see, this kind of playing chess, and what I really wanted to do, that, you know, like many people doesn't really consider, well, console games to be awesome, while I actually do. I really like console games myself, and in today's world you don't really want to set up the environment to play a game or things like that. So the most to reach the most auditory out there, you have to go with a web interface. So that's the reason why I decided to make this web version. So this program runs entirely, just completely in browser, so you don't need any software dependencies, you don't even need to be a developer. So it's deployed on the GitHub pages, so this is completely statical app, and I'll show you the source in a couple of minutes. And okay, let me just try to finish this game. Well, okay, maybe just before that, so I'll show you what's going on here. So we have the current score of the position, the best move, the last move the computer has made, the search depth, and the side to move. And we also can switch the difficulty, and it's pre-coded to the depth of 3, 4, and 5 respectively. So say if I go to the intermediate and make a move, so now we see that we're already calculated on depth 4. Okay, just to give you an idea that this program can really checkmate you, I'll just play some dump moves here and get mated like this. So after you get mated, you get this alert here and basically start in a new game. Also, you can start a new game, forcing the new game start by pushing this button, and also you can force computer to play itself, which is also quite pretty interesting, or at least to my mind. And it's like how it analyzes the position itself. So it's, well, for the amount of code that is used here, it's probably less than 200 of lines of code as a bare minimum chess program in C. So it's really cool to have such a result, even though no castellan and peasant is involved here. Okay, and you know, like I can try to play a game trying to crush this guy. Should I do this? Okay, let's actually just try to play one game here. So okay. Oh yeah, this is, it's well, not really bug, so you can really move pieces to wherever you want, even doing things like, okay, got made it some reason. Okay, so that is because the move legality checking is not really working, so you can move pieces anywhere basically. But just to avoid, okay, let me just try to play some French defense here. And okay, it's not the best way really to play the French, but still. Okay. Okay, time to go for an attack on the king side, I believe. Okay, one of my queen here. Okay, trying to fork the king and the rook, and he sees this. Well, that's good. Okay, now he's starting blundering some pieces. Well, not exactly, but okay, he can't really take this, for I take his rook, so that's just fine. Okay. Okay. I'll probably try and play it over here. And now I can fork him. Okay. Now try to ask this knight going somewhere. Well, it's not really that strong, to be honest, but this is JavaScript. The JavaScript is much more pretty slower compared to C. Yeah, really slower. Okay. Okay, let me just try not to get mated myself, by the way. Okay, like this, and yes, black is checkmated. So like this. Okay guys, now let me briefly show you the source code. So this link would redirect you simply to the repo. Well, not much in the readme file. Well, maybe I'll add something here, I don't know. Okay, and here is the docs folder to link it statically to the GitHub pages. Like, that's the requirement of GitHub. One of possibilities. And this is basically the user interface that involves some Bootstrap front-end library, very popular one, and also some scripts. So these three scripts are needed to serve the Bootstrap itself, and the chess engine itself is living over here in bmcp.js file. Let me just show you this in a little bit more detail. So we go to the engine folder, bmcp.js, and here we get this basically. So explanation of base encodings like it was in bare minimum chess program in C. So if you're not really sure about how this works, please check out that tutorial. I'll give you the link in the description below this video. And you know, like a tricky thing here that actually I didn't really rewrite this in JavaScript. I just converted here were like int and or char pointers and things like that, and I just converted them to vars, you know, to fit JavaScript syntax quite easily. The constants defined a bit different than enum in C, but still the same thing. The move offset array, offsets array, and all this stuff. And in engine it also was quite tricky that I just removed that int keywords and just put var wherever it was really needed, and all the algorithm is absolutely the same. So we're doing the search in one single function called search apparently, yeah, search position, yeah, like this. You know, like guys, this is like what I came with from 3 years of chess programming. Like, it's not only the engine itself, but also now can connect it with the user interface just to make kind of some sort of a end product. And well, I consider this to be like an end result that I can really kind of, you know, just give to the world, give something back to the community that basically gave me so much, that raised me as a developer. Well, that's really cool. Okay, and this little thing function, it's involved, I don't remember where is it involved, to be honest. On click, yes, on click. Okay, let me just, well, at least it updates the user interface. So if it just okay, it updates this fields over here to know what's the best move and so on. And okay, let me see the source. Okay, here it is. So when we click the button to move, when we click the move button, this one, it invokes the think. Where is it? Just saw it. Okay, it involves the think with the constant of the search depth with a JS variable as well, which can be set up on clicking this entries over here. Okay, and I also think is probably involved when we, oh no, not like that. So when we, yeah, let me explain this. When we draw in the board, when we draw in the board here, we have the onClick event set to every single div here. So we click the div, that the function called makeMove with the parameter of the square index of the particular square we clicked. That's the argument. So the makeMove function is being invoked. And where is the makeMove function? Okay, it's over here. Yeah, and at the end of the makeMove function, we actually call, well, when we have moved the piece that was also we call the think, and the search with the search depth as an argument to force the computer to reply to our particular move. And this set timeout function is needed for the rendering purposes. If you don't use this, that it would first think and then draw in pieces. I don't know really why this happens. Well, even though it's not asynchronous calls, but still, for some reason, well, it happens. So using set timeout here to first display the piece that we have moved, and then wait until the computer finds the move he considers to be the best in the particular position. Well, guys, well, this is probably it. So this kind of sort of an end result, and clicking on this button you can just email me if you have any questions or things like that. Well, if you find the bugs in this program, well, if you consider something to be a bug, maybe I won't really consider that to be a bug. For, you know, like, it's intended to be like for clarity and for educational purposes, dedicated for the beginners. Don't really claim this to be like some sort of, you know, like production version or something like that. It's absolutely free program. And you know, when I just started chess programming, I really felt a lack of this sort of software, just commented and you know, like explained in this manner. So you know, like I would be dreaming about having things like this source when I just started programming. Okay, and I don't know, should I tell you about my current job at Upwork and my career development there? I don't know if you guys really kind of interested in that. Well, probably if you're interested, just ask me for that in the commentaries and I'll definitely respond to that and explain everything. But basically this is it, like, for this channel, I believe. Well, maybe one day I will have some sort of another idea to come up with and share something else, but for now, well, I feel like I really have to dive deep into my daily job. And well, for those of you who don't know this, I'm currently building a service similar to, let me show you, similar to what? Similar to this site. So I'm writing the army of scrappers to scrape the data from this particular site here, like this some sort of scientific scientific work. So where the scientists kind of using all this stuff. I have no idea basically what is this all about, but you can these are the products, some antibodies, they are selling them, and my job is to build the databases for all of the products like this. And the site I'm now actually building looks like a bit the same. Well, let me just probably show you this. The site that I'm actually now building. So I had this search, I had this antibodies list, and I've recreated this over in here. So you see, like, really looks like to be the same structure. Yeah, I got paid $100 for this, by the way, for the last week. So it's kind of cool. And also another thing is just some articles. So there are some sites having some scientific articles. What the service we're building actually wants to cross-reference the authors and from the articles and the particular products and the methods they're using, and all this serves to basically find the customers to sell them some scientific equipment, something like that. So say we have the article here, and we have the list of authors. Yeah, like click the author and you see some additional data here, and absolutely the same we have over here in the site I'm currently building. So also, so I've scraped the articles and the methodology section. It's not shown, but it's used to search by keywords like whatever, basically. It also can search by the author. Yeah, like finding the article that has the particular author and so on. And if you click, so we have the rows, affiliations, and the email if available. And also building some database of emails to try to being able to connect to every single author in this list. Ideally, yeah, that's like so. Well, maybe a bit boring, but still people pay for this, and this is really interesting just from the professional grow up perspective like this. So, and this is kind of my very last probably present for you guys. So, you know, like I've started with this stuff and I ended up with this stuff, which is hourly paid basically, and this is really cool. And I got another order for even more that this has just $8 per hour, and now I got a job offer for $15 per hour. That's some sort of a Django application to deploy and maintain. Not really sure about this, still in the negotiation process. Well guys, okay, so this is it for this video. This is it for all this series. This is it for the Code Monkey Kings channel, and I really want to thank you that you were with me along the time and you supported me and helped me and things like that. And I hope you really got something useful from my experience, from some tutorials I've been presenting here and all the materials. And I really wish you to become whoever you want. So if you want to be the professional programmers, you definitely can do this like I did, or in another way. It doesn't really matter. If you want just to write software for yourselves, also that's absolutely great. So if you have the job of your dream already and you want just to write code for fun, that's absolutely okay. So whatever you want, whatever you wish, I really I want you to get this and to be happy about this. Okay guys, take care.